supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. Touchdown! Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Etienne with it. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Switch up, look at me.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Julian Blackmon
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Let's go. Look, squeeze.
On play action, Lawrence.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, baby. Return up. Hey, high 7. 45. Defense.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Man, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. So a big chunk of yards will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wentz now to throw. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On play action, it's Wentz. This is caught by Hilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Wentz now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The final shot before half for Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing is...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Josh Allen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. A strong running. And down he'll go at the 25.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's second and 10. Now Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Sharp. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Go. Switch. Big air. Rock it. Put up. Get it.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Five yards remain on second down. Lawrence will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. High throw, but the catch is made. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running left, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 36, Wentz to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
first and 10. Taylor now.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Throwing is Wentz.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Number 53, Mike 53.
Lawrence. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40.
55, Mike.
Now Lawrence. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. It's Wentz. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Wentz to throw. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Jacksonville, and it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like